Hey, what is up? I am so excited to bring you this video today. It is all about contouring, which is pretty much the coolest thing ever. So if you've wondered how to contour, have no fear. I'm going to show you how a regular person with no makeup experience, not a professional by any means, can contour using cream makeup. So what I'm going to be using is Maskcara Beauty's cream makeup. It all fits in one palette, and these are all different contour colors. You can see I use several of them. So lots of the colors will work for your skin. The one I'm going to be using today is right here in the middle. This is called Olive. It's kind of a warmer color. Astoria I use on my eyebrows. It's so versatile. You can use contour for lining your lips. You can use it to help shape your nose, your face. It can make it look, thinner, longer, shorter, however you want to do it. Contour is amazing. Let's see, what are these other colors? The only color that I never really use, this is Stone. This one is a really warm color. It works great on lots of redheads. These are lighter colors, Aspen and Walnut, if you just are a little bit scared of contour. Those ones work great, but don't be scared because you put it on, and then if you're like, whoa, that's too much, you just blend it out. Anyway, so the color that I'm going to be using is right here. This is called Olive. So I'm going to show you several different brush options and how you can use these different brushes to do your contouring. The first one that I'm going to show you is right here. This is called the Detail Hack Brush. And a lot of people like to use both ends. So there's this smaller end that you can use for contouring, or there's this end, which is flat at the bottom. But these brushes, they're amazing. They're the perfect density, and the length of the bristles is amazing. So I'm going to show you both ends of this brush and how you can contour with that. So I will start with this smaller end. And what you want to do when you're contouring, so on your cheek, you want to make sure you're starting right at the top of your ear. A mistake that a lot of people make is that they don't go back far enough. So you want to go right to the top of your ear, and then you want to stay under your cheekbone, because what we're doing is creating a shadow. Now you can put on more or less. Okay, rule of thumb with your face, with your cheekbones, is you do not want to come in past the outside corner of your eye. So you're just bringing that line down there. This is a small, thin line, and then you can use this other end for blending. So when I'm blending, I like to kind of stipple more than swipe. And I'm pressing up because you're wanting to lift up. You're not wanting to bring the line way down. And something that you also want to do is you do not want this end to be like a harsh line. So you can take this and you can kind of curve it in at the end to kind of clean it up and finish it out. Okay, and if you ever get too much contour, you came down too far, you just take your highlight color and you can just clean up right under that. That is obviously an optional step. Okay, so on this other side, I will use the other end of this brush, which is, again, the Detail Hack Brush. Now, I'm just picking up some makeup on the outside edge. Can you see that? I'm not doing it on the full brush, just right there on the outside edge. So now what I'm going to do is same thing. You want to make sure you're starting all the way. You can feel with your finger where your cheekbone is. So you're going to put your blush on top of your cheekbone. You want your contour to be under your cheekbone. And I'm just kind of pressing it on. With this brush, you can just press. And again, kind of round out at the bottom there. But if you want more, you can make it darker. If you want less, you can, of course, blend more. So those are the two different ends of the detail hack brush. Now, while I have this brush, I'm going to take that off and I'm going to show you the other brush options, but I love using this brush for contouring my nose. So I'm going to show you. So I like to do it. You can, once again, you can use this small end for contouring your nose. What you would do in that case, maybe I'll do a different line with each. So you want to draw right on top of your nose. You don't want to go like on the outside edges of your nose, because what you're trying to do, well, I guess if you want your nose to appear bigger, then you would do that. But I'm trying to make mine appear smaller. So I'm right on the top, just doing kind of a parallel line, and you can bring it up towards the brow. Right there. And then you're just kind of blending it down the side. And the way that I typically do it, which you can try all these different ways and see what works best for you and what you like. But I like using just the very edge of this brush, of the detail hack, of the bigger side. And I just kind of brush on a light line just with that edge. See that? Okay, and then what I will do is I will take my highlight color. So can you see the difference there already? I'll just take my highlight color, my brightening color, with my finger, because this is the part that you're really trying to focus on. You're not trying to focus on those lines on your nose. You're trying to focus on the light in the center of your nose. So I just brush on with my finger some of my brightening shade right down the center, just a thin line, and there you have some nose contour. The next brush I'm going to show you is this brush. This is called the 30-second hack brush. A lot of people love using this brush, especially if they want to do it really fast, hence the name 30-second hack. So some people like to put their highlight on with this end and then contour with this back end, which is like the rounded. And I actually like to do both with this end, because I feel like sometimes I pick up too much product when I'm using this end. And if you have too much product, then it's not going to sit right on your face. You really don't need very much of this makeup. So when I'm using this end, this little butt end, I'm going to pinch it. And I'm just going to get some contour on it. So I'm going to pinch the side of it, and then same thing, I'm going to go all the way up to the outside or the top of my ear. I'm just going to draw a line with that brush. What I do love about this brush is it is great for blending. So after I've pinched it, I'm going to kind of press up as I stipple. Again, not wanting to come in too far on your face. So this gives kind of a bigger, maybe, contour line. So you just blend it like that. And then I will do the same thing on the other side. Forgot to pinch it. Just press up as you blend. And try to make sure that you're staying right under the cheekbone, not going too high. Like that.
The last brush I'm going to show you is this. It's called the Buffy brush. And I feel like for a lot of people, this brush kind of replaced the 30-second hack brush that I showed you first, because it just it gives you the perfect like airbrushed finish. So I usually recommend the Buffy brush, but some people still really love the 30-second hack brush. I do really love this end of the 30-second hack, but for doing my highlight and contour, if I want one brush that can do everything, I choose the Buffy brush. If I want my favorite brush for contouring only, if I want to get like everything, the detail hack is my favorite brush for contouring. But I'm going to show you using the Buffy brush. So this brush is cool because it's angled. So there's two ends. Again, there's this bigger end. This is what I use to put my highlight on, and I just feel like it gives the perfect like airbrushed finish. This smaller end is what I like to use for contour. So again, I will just put some product right on the very edge of it. And I will just kind of draw a line and then stipple and blend. Another option is you can just, I'll show you. You can just put like a bunch on, kind of sloppy. Just get it on there nice and thick, and then you can take your perfector sponge, get it a little bit damp, and then just press and blend, and that works also. But if you're in a hurry like I usually am, I like just putting it on and blending as I go. So I'll show you again on this other side. Again, the color I'm using is called Olive. I even like blending sometimes my different contour colors depending on the season. Olive and Astoria are pretty. Olive and Indigo. Now Indigo is a little bit intimidating because it looks like it's going to be too dark, but it works great on me. It's actually beautiful even on my skin, and I'm pretty fair. And then this color, sorry, I'm getting distracted. This color is called Cola, and that is our darkest color, and it could work also as like an eyeliner. That's our darkest contour color for dark skin. Okay, so the other stuff, what I didn't show you is everywhere that you should contour. So I feel like people have the most questions about cheekbones and nose. I will show you my nose with the Buffy brush. So I just get a little bit of makeup right there on the edge. Sometimes I do these videos and I can't see it going on very well, and then I look in the mirror later and I'm like, whoa, I put on a ton, but I want you to be able to see it. So I'm just lightly drawing a line up and down, and kind of feathering it out. And if you don't want to contour your nose, you do not have to contour your nose. It takes some getting used to. Even if you do it right, you might just look at yourself and think, that looks kind of strange. So I'm just going to blend it to soften those lines. Add a little highlight right down the center. Okay, and then the other place that you want to contour is your forehead. So I have always been, well, I won't say always. Growing up, I haven't had this for a long time, but growing up, I was self-conscious of my forehead. I thought that I had a really big forehead. I always had bangs. And you can see I'm just putting this on my forehead. Pretty messy. So if you want your forehead to appear smaller, that's what contouring does. It is a shadow. This will give the appearance of a smaller forehead. So you can bring that line down as far as you want. You can just have a little bit. I bring mine down pretty far. If you do it too far, of course, you can just add some highlight back in. But I'm just blending like that. So you want to connect it all. You want it to be seamless. So something that I like to teach my customers is you can draw like a cursive 3 on your face. This is how you can remember where it goes. So on top of your forehead, cheekbone, and then also your jawline. So if you want your face to appear like you've lost 5 pounds, you just can contour your jawline. So So I just do a little bit and then you can blend it down. So can you see the difference that that already made? So now what I'll do is I will just finish everything. I'll show you with the lip and cheek. So I'm gonna just put, and you don't wanna come too far forward with this either, but just right on top of the contour. I'm just putting it on with my fingers, and then I will take a brush. This brush is fantastic for blending. I don't ever use it for contouring, but this is called the B squared brush. I love using it just to blend out, especially my blush. But I just put a tiny little bit on. It's just giving me a little hint of color. And then illuminator. Illuminator is what a lot of other makeup companies call the highlight. And this is what is going to give you just a beautiful glow. It will add some dimension. So all of this makeup together is what makes 3D foundation. I already had my highlight color on before I started doing the contour. I added the contour, the lip and cheek, and then illuminator. It's the 4 steps that just give you dimension. When I first started this video, I only had the washed out, boring, one color highlight on my face. Now I have all this dimension, these colors, and it just looks more natural because your face naturally has dimension. So now I'm gonna add some illuminator. I'm just gonna do a little feathery light dusting, and this is kind of sits on top of the lip and cheek. And I have wrinkles. It's fine. You can wear illuminator even if you have wrinkles. Everyone can wear it. I will say I'm using a powder illuminator. For more mature skin, I typically recommend, I'm trying to make it so you can see it. There we go. Just have to catch the right light. For more mature skin, I typically recommend a cream illuminator, but you can try both. I'm using powder and I love it. The color I'm using is called Glamazing, but you can tap some on the top of your lips, right in the corner of your eyes. That just finishes off the whole look. So contouring is easy. It is not hard. Get it out of your head that you can't do it. You can totally do it. Let me know if you have any questions. Subscribe to my videos. This is one of my first ones, so I feel weird even saying that. But I'm on Instagram. I've been doing videos and tutorials there for a really long time. You can find me. It's at Robyn Gadd. I am on Facebook, Maskcara Beauty. Please let me know if you have any questions. I would love to help you love your makeup routine and to feel like a pro, because I am not a pro and I feel like a pro. I love this makeup. Let me know if you have any questions. Have a great day.